For the past 15 years, I have been an IB business management teacher. I've taught many SL classes and HL classes. For the last 5 years, occasionally I have been a standard level internal assessment examiner. Throughout those years, I've noticed that many students don't tend to include the PEST analysis very, very skillfully as part of the internal assessment. They are better at using, say, a SWOT analysis, or using the fishbone, or a Lewis force field for change, or the Boston matrix, Ansett matrix. But for the PEST analysis, they're not very skilled at using it. So today, we'll quickly talk you through how to do a PEST analysis. I know, obviously, that you study steeple analysis, and PEST is like the shorter version of that. But for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to look at PEST analysis. This has to do with Starbucks, and I just made up a question at the top of my head this morning. To what extent can Starbucks grow in Shanghai? I teach in Shanghai. This is my local Starbucks. I can look outside this window right here, and 150 meters away is this Starbucks. I spend a lot of time, a lot of money in that Starbucks. Okay, so I do have a little bit of an interest in their company. So what we're going to do first, we're going to look at an example of a per PEST analysis, and the type of thing I've seen quite often. So obviously we have the political, economic, social, and technological. And so for political, I've got from doingbusiness.org, 2013, China ranked 99 in ease of doing business rankings, 2012. Okay. Economic, rural poverty rate has fallen from 95% in 1980 to 10% in 2010. Shanghai did. 2013. Social, 51% of Chinese live in cities. I found that on Wikipedia. And technological, high-tech imports rising fast. Shanghai did 2017. So, what is wrong with this information? Well, first of all, this is August 24th, 2017. So, if a student was working on an internal assessment at the moment, this is obviously out of date. So, it's very good that maybe the person has gone and found the information to do with ease of doing business rankings, but they should have found something more up to date. Similarly, with the information for economic for 2010, it's good that they've found their information for 2010, but nevertheless it's too old. And how does it relate to Starbucks? The fact that rural poverty has fallen by 95% doesn't matter to Starbucks. Are there many Starbucks close to villages and farms? I think not. So this is probably irrelevant. Okay, 51% of Chinese live in cities. That's taken from Wikipedia. And as you know, Wikipedia, for our purposes, we want to encourage students to use other sources rather than Wikipedia. Okay, and technological, high-tech imports rising fast. Shanghai did 2017. It's good that this is from 2017, but again, why is that relevant to Starbucks? Okay, so now we'll look at an example of a better PEST. So, political. In 2016, administrative burdens for companies falling is still above the world average, and I found that in the OECD website, 2017. So that is good. Shanghai, economic growth is 6.8% in the first quarter of 2017. I found that in the Shanghai Daily. I found it today. Social changing drinking habits, coffee consumption in China increased by 37% for the last 5 years, and that's on an annual basis. So Business Insider, I found that again today. Technological, 30% of Starbucks customers in Shanghai use WeChat wallet to pay for purchases, and that's in MarketWatch. That was published this year. Okay, so why is this good? We'll show you why this is good. It's good because we're then able to use the information because we can make it directly relevant to Starbucks. For example, okay, rules and regulations often discourage businesses from operating and expanding in countries, so it's encouraging that China is making it easier to do business. That was the P. Although China has a reputation as a tea drinking country, consumption of coffee is increasing, so Starbucks may have first mover advantage over companies like Costa Coffee. That's this S, social. A strong economy should mean disposable incomes increase, which may make it easier for Starbucks to sell more expensive products like coffee machines or introduce upmarket boutique cafes. That's the E. And finally, the T, increased use of technologies may make it easier for Starbucks to develop a delivery service and target advertising at specific users. So what I've done is I've got the PEST, I then explained the PEST. Do not just drop the PEST in and forget about it. I've explained the PEST. Therefore, the examiner will be likely to start giving you marks. Finally, what makes a good PEST or statement? Alright? Make sure it's relevant to your IA or your extended essay question. If you can't find information, do the different tools. Okay? It took me over an hour to try and find those 8 examples of information. Students tend to be less skilled than teachers. So if you can't find information, do a different tool. Try and use a wide range of sources. Okay? If everything comes from the Shanghai Daily, well, the examiner wants to see you using a wide range of sources. If you do use Wikipedia, obviously when you scroll down to the bottom of Wikipedia, quite often they have a range of sources, URL links which you can click on. Use that rather than Wikipedia. Try and use up-to-date articles. Alright? Articles written maximum 3 years before submission. So, if my students are submitting work in 2018, the article, the earliest date I would be accepting from the student would be, the date of written would be April 2015. Right? If students are giving information 2014, 13, 2012, it's out of date. Okay? And you don't have to feel that you have to have like 3 or 4 points for each of the ST, EEP, LE, or the PEST. Just 1 point each. As long as you can skillfully use it, that should be enough. Then you can still use some of the other tools. Okay? So that's PEST analysis.